Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video today, I will be talking about the FNAF movie. Not only will I be analyzing all the news that we have about it so far, but I'm also going to be giving out a couple of predictions onto what I think it could be. So let's start off talking about the scripts. For any one of y'all that have been following the FNAF movie for a while now, y'all remember that Scott Cawthon made a Reddit post where he talked about lots of old FNAF scripts, so I'm gonna go try to find that. Okay, so I was actually able to find the Reddit post that I was talking about. Okay, so bad news about the FNAF movie. Hi everyone, before we get into the bad news concerning the blah blah blah, blah blah blah, here are the screenplays. The bad screenplays that they did not do, which is a good thing because most of these kind of suck. The F screenplay. Basic setup. Group of teenage troublemakers break into Freddy's. Chaos ensures. So yeah, it's pretty basic. There was lots of odd choices. Here's what confuses me. The story ended with our protagonists in a secret underground animatronic factory that was designing robots for the government. Yeah, I don't know how the heck that one became a thing. The Plushies Take Manhattan screenplay. That would be okay. I feel like that would be a pretty good movie, but it wouldn't be a good FNAF movie. So, the Random Charlie screenplay. Basic setup. Charlie and friends sneak into... Wait. So this one... So that's not the Silver Eyes screenplay, because this one under here is the Silver Eyes screenplay. This one says... Okay, although sharing names with familiar characters from the series, these characters had nothing to do with their game and book counterparts. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Okay, so the Silver Eyes screenplays, I don't know. I like the Silver Eyes books and all graphic novels. I especially just have read only the graphic novels of Silver Eyes. But I don't think they should be the FNAF movie. I feel like this FNAF movie should be something bigger. Pawn Shop screenplay. This one's probably one of my least favorites. A kid who watches after a pawn shop finds trouble when an animatronic is brought in. It turns Freddy's has been robbed. The animatronics were taken to different locations for sale. That doesn't really have the Five Nights at Freddy's feel to it, if you know what I mean. The Cassidy screenplay. This is one of my favorites. This is my favorite out of all the screenplays that he shows us. Basic setup. It's packed a lot of lore following the story of Cassidy. You know, I'm a man of lore when it comes to the FNAF games, so I love this. Spanning multiple time periods, following multiple characters, featuring lore from multiple games. This is pretty saturated. Saturated to a fault. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like they could do a little bit better than a Cassidy screenplay. I wouldn't mind Cassidy being the protagonist for a FNAF movie, actually. I wouldn't mind that. The Misfit Kids screenplay. Single mom brings her kid to a new town. Kids finds Freddy's. One of the problems is creating a modern-day story with an old Freddy's setting is finding a way to connect the protagonist to a restaurant, finding the Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really feel like FNAF, you know? The Ghost Tracker screenplay. Oh, this one sounds pretty cool. I don't remember this one. A group of amateur ghost trackers sneak into an abandoned Freddy's. Although comments set up for this rose about how these characters' connections to Freddy himself. What ended up happening was too much of the story went their own backstories and hardships and took spotlight away from Freddy's. I mean, that seems like a cool concept in general, but once you read the problems, you really understand why there are problems in there. Moving on to the Insane screenplay. Oh no, another Ghost Tracker variation. Okay, cool. I wouldn't mind a Ghost Tracker variation of for the FNAF movie. This one involved a fun time animatronics, underground ball pit, tunnels. Okay, yeah, maybe not. Too far into adventure. This one too far into action. Yeah, so not as much scariness. The Mike screenplay. This makes sense. Why didn't I think of this before? Mike, most likely meaning Michael Afton, I assume. Actually, this is a good mix. It has the best pieces of all the previous screenplays. Not really any problems here. All the right characters, all the right motivations, all the right stakes. Yeah, we're going with this one. It's fun, it's scary, and it has a great central story. Okay, the bad news is there won't be any more screenplays to add to the list since we're officially making the Mike screenplay. And then it says filming starts on screen. but it actually never started in spring. The filming, I don't even think the filming has even started yet. I'm not too sure. Yeah, this is overall pretty cool. I do like how Scott Cawthon is being sort of open with the FNAF movie. Well, I guess not anymore. The fact that he retired is what I'm trying to say. The fact that he retired is just, I don't know, kind of makes this whole thing confusing. It makes everything confusing. But yeah. So now that we got all those past scripts out of the way, let's talk about what the FNAF movie really needs. Now, a couple weeks ago, I actually put a top 10 about this very subject in my notes, hoping to turn it into a video one day, but I thought might as well just do it in this video instead. So here's a kind of scuffed, not really top 10 things that need to happen in the FNAF movie. So coming in at number 1, we got actual scariness. Now, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this many times on my channel, especially when it comes to talking about FNAF. But FNAF's security breach was not scary. And if this was the road that FNAF was taking in the future, a more kid-friendly horror game type deal, then I was scared for how the movie's gonna turn out. But then luckily, we got Jason Blum coming in clutch with this tweet. Please make it as horrific as it intends to be. It will be. That reply gave me so much more hope for this FNAF movie, because I was so, worried that it was gonna be, some kid-friendly PG-13 thing, but now it's most likely gonna be rated R. So now let's talk about something a little less important, the cameos. What cameos should there be in the FNAF movie? I personally think that there should be a total of 4 cameos throughout the movie. Of course, we have the biggest one and the most important one, Scott Cawthon himself. I mean, he's the creator. Of course, we're going to want to have a cameo or at least a voice line from him somewhere in the movie. But then, my next choice is MatPat. This one's also pretty obvious, and a lot of people want him as a cameo as well. MatPat did say in one of his theories, kind of jokingly, but at the same time not jokingly, he said that he wouldn't mind playing William Afton or even Phone Guy.
Then finally deciding to make the obvious call and cast me as Phone Guy in the upcoming movie.
Hello? Hello?
Consider that my audition reel, Blumhouse. I would also be willing to accept the role of Purple Guy.
Phone Guy, MatPat, Scott Cawthon.
If I was the one making the FNAF movie, I wouldn't make MatPat William Afton, and I also wouldn't make him the Phone Guy. I think the best idea for a cameo for MatPat would be a homeless dude on the street who keeps on coming up with superstitions about the Freddy's Pizza place. Maybe he could reference a couple of his old theories while he's doing it. And the third cameo I want for this movie is Markiplier. I feel like Markiplier would make an amazing Phone Guy. I can just picture in the theaters all the FNAF fans watching the FNAF movie, the person starting his first day on the night shift, and then he gets a phone call. He picks up the phone call, and you hear Markiplier's voice come out of the phone, and the audience all cheers. It would go down in history as one of the most epic cameos to ever exist. And for my fourth and final choice of who should be a cameo in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is Dawko. Dawko is one of the most dedicated FNAF YouTubers out there. He loves everything about FNAF, and I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure he was one of the first ever people to beat Ultimate Custom Night 50/20 mode. And I feel like he should be either one of these two people. He should either be a dad bringing their kid to Freddy's Pizza place, or he should be one of many police officers that go and investigate Freddy's Pizza place. But I guess whatever type of cameos all of these people have really just depends on whatever the script and whatever the setting is for the actual FNAF movie. Whether it's going to be about a security guard, whether it's going to be about the missing kids, whether it's even going to take place in the video game lore itself. I mean, we know the Silver Eyes books, they didn't take place in the lore, so the FNAF movie might not either. Hopefully it does though. I would really hope to see it take place in the game lore, so maybe we can even see a bit of the Afton family as well. I feel like the best spot in the game lore they can actually make a movie take place is most likely in between FNAF 5 and FNAF 6, or FNAF 3 and FNAF 6. Depending on whichever game becomes before FNAF 6. Especially if they're still going for a Mike script, considering that Mike will most likely mean Michael Afton. But no matter what this FNAF movie turns out to be, I bet it will be amazing and will go down in history as one of the best horror movies. Hopefully, considering that's being made by Blumhouse. And before the video ends, I do want to make something clear. The reason I didn't want any of those 4 cameos, especially MatPat, to be Purple Guy is because I feel like that would take away the charm of Purple Guy. If MatPat played William Afton in the FNAF movie, people would look at him and think, hey, that's MatPat. They wouldn't be looking at him and thinking, hey, that's William Afton. So that's why I feel like William Afton should most likely be played by an up-and-coming actor who has like only a few small roles that has great potential to be or look kind of psychopathic. So either that, or of course we can always go with William Dafoe, because it's William Dafoe and he's awesome. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and also comment your own opinions on the FNAF movie. If you disagree with me in any way, put what you would change in the comments. So I will see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.